Wicked. Hey, everybody.
Hello, love bugs.
Is it cold everywhere else like it is here? Because it's pretty unbearable.
Yeah. I think we're supposed to get, I'm in Kentucky, and I think we're supposed to get more snow tonight.
Ugh, right now it is, let's see.
I think it's 25.
17.
Oh, it's 17 right now?
Yeah. And I know to all my Canadian friends, that's nothing. But for me, it's...
They're like, oh, that's a warm
They're like, that's
day.
like summer. I wear my culottes when it's 17 degrees out. So, yeah. Let's say hi to everyone. Go ahead.
Like they're saying -7. I don't believe that. Hold on.
It's pretty unbearable. Like
Yeah,
we've had,
it's 18 currently. Snow's supposed to come. And, just a bright sunny day. Or it was.
Ugh, it is just windy and nasty, and we have like the ocean right there. That it's like, I don't know, but the oven's been on all day, like open, because that's how we're heating our house because the heat's just not cutting it.
That's what it's called when you go old school. Open the stove.
Yeah, we've had the oven open all day because our house is super old too, so it's like just drafts everywhere. But let's say hi to everybody. Hello, Jay Freak, and I'll see you when you get back. Mandy S, hello, Holistic, hello, Wicked, Mel B, Heaven, Perfectly Imperfect, Ellie. Did I say hi to Velvet? I think I did, but hi again. Barbie. Hey, Stephanie, welcome to the club. 2 honks for you and a ding. So there you go. Welcome.
Your girl Pineapple, crafting with MTT, Rose and her bulldog.
Yes.
I remember she was new the other night.
Yes,
welcome back. Welcome back.
Happy to see all you come back. Ruth Ann, MTT, Christina B, Shell, Pineapple, Nisi, Heaven, Jewel. I got my mouse working now. It's better. I'm not trying
also,
so hard.
-4 out with the wind.
It's not negative. Oh, it's -4 with the wind. And everyone in Canada is like MTT. Like she's like, oh, it's like, it's like -40 Celsius here, which means it's like -500 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm like, yeah, So
-4 with the wind chill here.
I'll never understand Celsius. It's like a hot day is like what, 30 degrees? I just never understand
like
it.
Alaska cold.
I don't get it. But with all that being said, there's a lot to discuss. So let me start the other intro, and we'll get into it.
That one on. He is. He's fabulous. And he's on the inside scoop. Pull that one on.
Okay, so where to start? I did a Q&A in my IG story, what just happened? Hold on. Kody, come here. Look at this. Don't say anything though.
I won't.
It's good. It's good. It's nothing bad. He doesn't even know what he's looking at. Give me the phone back.
I do.
Oof. I know. See? Look at Kody's face. Show him his face. Show him your face.
Can't.
Sorry, that was good news. I just didn't want to. We've been working on a lot of things, and I just got a
huge hit.
Something good. Sorry to be so cryptic, but that's the way it's gonna be. All right, so let's discuss. All right, so where do we start? Hey, Dion. I really don't want to talk about Molly and Olivia, but I guess that's like the big news story right now. So let's try to get through this as fast and as delicately as possible.
Gotcha.
So, everyone's talking about the whole thing between Olivia, who is Molly's daughter, and Kelly, who is Molly's ex. Molly and Kelly met on The Single Life, I think the first season. And as we, reported on the last 90 Day Live, they were just in Key West filming together for like the therapy show, and Kelly puts up this. It's a response. All right, so Kelly put up an email that Olivia emailed him, and what Olivia said was not great. And I don't want to talk about it on here either, because again, I don't want to get reported. I just want to say what happened. So let me go to my thing here. Hold on. 92. Sorry. I guess I was
Okay.
that good news. That good news that I just saw just threw me off. It really just threw me off. That was really good news we just got. All right, so where are we? Here we are. All right, so Kelly says that he puts an email up from Olivia that was dated back November 14th, and he says, "This is what I had to deal with when I moved to Georgia, but they will paint an innocent picture." Olivia saying to him, now this is a response.
Okay.
Olivia just didn't wake up and send this email to him. This is clearly a response to something that he had sent her.
Okay.
I mean, that it couldn't be.
Yeah.
That couldn't be clear as day.
Fire away an email.
The first few words are, "Newsflash: I am a white spoiled person." So, usually you wouldn't start an email with that.
Yeah, definitely not.
And there was a lot of confusion, I guess, on the validity of that, because Molly, obviously Molly's white. Olivia's dad is black, so she's mixed. I've spoken to Molly for years.
Right.
She's even told me that Olivia always identifies as black, so I'm guessing, but she is lighter skinned, and I think a lot of people probably didn't realize if they didn't know. Because the whole big thing was like, she's a racist. How could she say that? But I hate to say use a pun like this, but it's not that black and white. She calls him a loser, who thinks you're not because you're a cop. You need to check yourself. I don't care what you think of me. I'll be way more successful than you'll ever be. Then she then it gets into like stuff I'm not going to repeat. I mean, everyone's seen this already. So, and there's that. I have a feeling that this is going to get a lot uglier.
Like, isn't there like a whole big entanglement with Olivia? The friend's name, I can't think of it. Molly's friend. He did no talk with her.
Oh, Cynthia. Yeah, like Molly hasn't had an easy the last few months. Like, she had the fallout with Cynthia.
Right.
But we don't know the exacts, right? Just that they're not, they're not on Pillow Talk anymore. They're not, as far as their business goes, I know they're partners. I don't know how that's working.
I saw a post from Cynthia basically stating like, hey, you can still schedule a fitting with me. I think they're trying to work it out where, like, if Molly is there, then Cynthia is not. And if Cynthia is in the store, then Molly is not.
And if that works for them, great.
Right. So hopefully they can still continue their business, which apparently it's quite lucrative for them.
and then it goes on because a lot of people were trying to, I don't know who's right, who's wrong, whatever. All I know is that anybody with 2 eyes and a brain can look at this email that she sent him and know that this is a reply to something else, so.
The internet, if the internet didn't tell you it was a reply, then it's an assumption. You can't, you and I know this, but.
Yeah. Well, and Cynthia and they're business partners, so that's what I would assume, Susie.
Right.
And if they can make it work, if they want to do like the Simple Life season 4 when Paris and Nicole were fighting, so they shot their scenes differently, I'm all for it. I'm still kind of hoping that they will, work things out, because who knows how many different variables were in whatever fight they had between Molly and Cynthia.
They've been friends for like years. I mean, it's not like, okay.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, it's like a 20, 30 plus year friendship.
Jay Freak, it's on 90 Day Daily if you want to see it there. That's what I'm reading it off of right now. I didn't want to post it because I know I would have gotten reported. So, and then people were like, "You're a blogger. You have to post." I'm like, I can't post things that are going to get me reported. I know a lot of people have posted it. I'm not going to roll the dice. Sorry, I've rolled the dice too many times on Instagram, and
you worked so hard for that blue check.
Huh?
You worked so hard for that blue check.
I did, and now it's on my backup account. But whatever, it's like a fresh start. I like it. So that was really good news, huh, babe? I'm still thinking about it. Like, it really threw me off. So I don't know. But now Kelly's saying, in his stories, that they're narcissists and whatever. Then Olivia gets involved in the comments, which she's very vocal about things that Kelly had did to her. Olivia is saying that Kelly her and slammed her into a wall, that she's done keeping her mouth shut. So there you go, since everyone wants to know, and I cannot speak on the other situation. Olivia also says, if you think a 300-pound man has any reason to put his hands on a 100-pound female, period, you're wrong. My mom is living her life. She already was unhappy with him due to how lazy and non-goal-oriented he is. And her having to pull him off me was, I'm sorry, I'm still not feeling all that great. That's so disgusting. Sorry. She was already happy with him due to how lazy and non-goal-oriented he was, and her having to pull him off of me was the icing on the cake. Have a wonderful night. That was a reply to her, to somebody else who was like, Then Olivia also writes, Kelly, I already said that one. Oh, well, she's kind of repeating it. Isn't it funny how what you see on reality TV doesn't portray the truth? And then she's going off on somebody else in the comment saying, I guess this person sent her a nasty comment, and she was like, how embarrassing to be a woman and not believe what I say. Tons of proof, including a police report and the text where he threatened to Kay, her boyfriend. But I don't owe you or anyone that. Watch and see, it will come out soon. Cops have the highest rate of DV, but it's so far-fetched to believe. Considering he could sue me if I lied about this, that would be a pretty dumb move on my end. What a shit excuse for a person you are. Have the day you deserve. And we lost Wicked. Then she's back.
Sorry.
That's okay. Then Olivia is saying to somebody else, he's not real or honest. He's a woman abuser who slammed me, a 100-pound girl, into a wall and me, and I'm finally speaking up about it. Screw your false narrative. She is a different person because she's not putting up with the BS anymore. She being Molly, I'm guessing. And she's pretty much just defending her and her mom. She's saying the charges are pressed and that he fled to Brooklyn, which is over here in New York.
But I mean, not saying it one way or the other, but I mean, he was a cop. I thought he retired, or
I think he did retire, and I think he's bored. Because I know at the NYPD, you know, I think you could retire after 20 years. I have 2 cousins who are cops in the NYPD, and I think after 20 years you get your retirement, but you know, most stay on longer. And then, you know, she did say that she was pressing charges, or charges were pressed, but there's nothing that anybody could see yet. Let me see if I could get somebody to look at this real quick. Can you find out? Sorry.
no, it's okay. He retired member.
I had to my information getter. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know, also, which should be noted, like Olivia hasn't been a Girl Scout either. You know, I mean, if I'm being fair,
Right.
You know, she has had, like, you know, I think it was a couple of years ago that her and Molly got into it. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell. Give me one second. I don't know what the heck's happening with my.
Just going through it. And they posted Olivia's thing with, I guess when her and Molly got into it back in 2020. But I don't know. I don't want to talk about it either. I don't. You know, it's people are getting mad. Like, these are 3, like, family members, I would say. Like, you know, Kelly has been in their life. He's been there. Like, you know, they're fighting in-house, right? And then decides to, you know, blast Olivia with this email. I just wish. Well, Luis was terrible. I mean, like, if I could have helped her break up, I would have.
He legitimately came here for the green card. Did deuces, I'm out.
I think Luis got deported. Last I heard of Luis, he either got deported or he was like in the process of getting deported.
They should be.
So, you know, Molly's clearly had no luck, and I don't know. Maybe this Kelly guy's right, and you know, it just bothers me that he posted, you know, the reply that Olivia sent him,
right,
and not, you know, what started like that email thread or whatever. Also, you know, they were just filming in Key West last week or 2 weeks ago, or maybe like 10 days ago. So obviously they kind of had to have worked through it at some point. You know, because that was these emails are back in November, or it was just terrible the whole time. I don't know.
I mean, why wouldn't he have, like, why would he have left New York if she was so horrible?
I don't know. Well, you know, and I didn't watch their season. Is he like American?
Kelly is American, yeah. They met through the dating app.
Is he American?
He is born-
I never watched their season, so I didn't know if that was like another, like, you know, overseas type of thing. All right, so I think we skated through that without much incident. Hopefully, and hopefully, you know, I'm assuming that Molly is going to say something shortly, and poor Wicked is not having a good time staying connected. But there are clearly things he left out. And Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry. I will see your StreamYard out before the
We'll figure out because Jersey's starting on
Tuesday.
So Sister Wife Wednesdays is going to have to move to Sister Wife Thursdays now because we're going to have to be doing Jersey on Wednesdays now. So that's the plan.
Good plan. Good plan. And I'm going to be your personal, hey, we got to open the chat up.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. I'm still trying to figure out like the timing with that. All right, so what else do we have? All right, so then also Andrei is now business partners with Courtney. Courtney's ex, the guy who did like the cups. Remember he was like on one singular episode.
I know what you're talking about. I think it was like for menstruation or something.
Yeah, well, not in my wheelhouse, but it's something that had to do with cups and like vaginas. So like
yeah.
And he was on there back on the quarantine special 3 years ago, and then, I love the article that In Touch wrote. Andrei with another 90 Day Fiance alum, Andy. Like I'm like, who the fuck is Andy? And I'm like, who's Andy? I don't remember any Andys. So
who is Andy?
Andy is the guy that dated Courtney on the quarantine special, and we haven't heard anything from him since.
Oh, he was the one. Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
With the cups, the menstruation cups. I don't know if they were. So, and him and Courtney haven't been together, I think, since that probably aired. So, and look at Andrei, another job for him. I mean, how many jobs has this guy had?
Hardest working man in the 90 Day franchise.
Like, how many jobs? Like, truck driver. What was it? Real estate.
Demo expert.
I can't even keep track with all
realtor.
What was it?
He's a realtor.
Realtor, yeah. So
demo expert, truck driving, just a little Mark Cuban wannabe.
Maybe we'll see him on Shark Tank next to him and Bethany.
You never know.
I don't like this idea. No, I give it 2 Moldovan thumb down.
That would be awesome to see on Shark Tank, though.
Get out of the studio now. This would never go in my household. No. So yeah, and they don't go into much detail. I mean, they don't go into much detail about what the business is. It's an e-commerce business, but they don't want to say too much about it. So
yeah.
Good luck, I guess. He did the truck driving. Did he finish his school?
I think so, because he was saying he didn't want to work as a truck driver because he didn't have enough hours logged to where they would offer him a better rate per mile. So he didn't want to take all the poo jobs. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to cuss or not. He didn't want to do all the crappy jobs and be away for home for so long. So he's like, no, I can't.
Right, give me 1 second. And thank you so much. Bell. And thanks for that super chat. Now you're on your own for 1 second. Hold on. Breaking news. Kody's telling me. Give me 1 second.
Not breaking news. What could it be? What could it be? So happy Friday, everyone. Who is excited for Jersey? Anyone? I am. And like, I even got my hair did for you guys so that I didn't look like a homeless orphan. It's so weird because there's a delay from my phone to the chat, and it's kind of distracting. So I guess I shouldn't, but I want to see what's going on in the chat. It's the only way. maybe wouldn't it be cool if John could get like either Melissa or Margaret? I mean, Jackie would be a good interview since she's just the friend and she's not. Well, thank you, Bonnie. Imperfectly, and just do it that way. Ooh, maybe I'll suggest that to John. Hey, get Jackie. Since she's a friend of, she can like spill some tea. I need to binge watch Sister Wives of Housewives. Who was saying that they were binge watching New Jersey and they were like catching up. Was that Jake? Was that you, Jake? I didn't know. Barbie, there you go.
I am sorry, Wicked, to leave you hanging on that. I'm sorry. Like I said, we have like a lot going on right now. Good things, like a lot of very, very, very good things. And it just, they come in and so it's all good. So nothing bad.
I've decided Jackie should be your next interview.
I love Jackie. She's so cool.
And since she's the friend of this year, she might be able to give us a little bit more tea.
I love Jackie. She's the best.
I do too.
I love Melissa.
Love Melissa.
We are on, I guess we're on Jersey now. So Jersey's starting on
February 7th.
Tuesday. And my phone is blowing up. Something really good just happened. I'm sorry. I'm like really distracted right now. I'm sorry.
To be a fly on your phone.
I am so distracted. I'm so sorry. Worst live ever. But it's all good.
No. You had Charlie, which was the worst live ever.
Well, yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was painful.
So Jersey starts Tuesday. We're going to be live on Wednesday night for it. It's going to be exciting. There's two new full-timers, one new friend, and then Jackie went from full to friend. So it's going to be good. I can't wait. There's a lot of speculation going around that this might be Melissa's last season, which I hope not. I'm always team Melissa.
Oh, 100%.
And but everyone, it is a Teresa show on that. She's the only one. That's why I keep wanting Caroline to come back. But after what Brandy did to Caroline on Girls Trip Part 4, I doubt Caroline's like, I waited how many years to come back to Bravo to Housewives, and like she couldn't even make it through a week because Brandy had to be Brandy. And
I know Brandy is good TV, but I mean, there's a point where her drunkenness can only go so far. And I don't think
like I wouldn't screw with Caroline. Like, yeah, Tamara and Vicky and like, the girls like just like to be silly and stupid, and like Sonia, Ramona, those girls will like be stupid like that. But Caroline is like a 60-year-old Italian woman. And me being an Italian person and having family members that were like, my grandmother or whatever, if Brandy was like hanging on, kissing my grandmother was like, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck off me. Like, like that's exactly what she would have did. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping that Brandy didn't ruin it for Caroline.
Yeah.
Because Caroline needs to be back on the show. I always keep praying for that. And Caroline was the only one that Teresa was ever like scared of. So
yeah, Teresa needs to be put in her place. I mean, I know that they're dragging all this, stuff up, how she got on the show. I mean, seriously, that was how many years ago, and you're worried about it now?
It is. It is what it is. So Jersey starting Wednesday. I'm so distracted. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Barbie,
really, every time I look at my phone, something else popped up. Let's switch over to Sister Wives. So hold
on real quick. MTT's asking, don't forget about the new cast story.
Oh, okay. I'm jumping all over the place. Was that the Indian Jesus thing, MTT, what you're talking about?
Not Indian Jesus.
So what's his name? Is it Johan? No, not Johan's with what's his name? Is it Johan? Oh, Rishi. So Rishi was getting, I guess, a lot of flack for saying that he was, you know, the Indian Jesus, which I thought was funny. I didn't take any offense to that. I don't, you know, you had the long hair, you look Jesus-like, whatever. Like, I wasn't like, you know, oh my God, blasphemy. Let's pick it. So, but I guess he's getting a lot of flack for it. So Jen, I'll do Jen's voice. Just to clarify, Rishi is not comparing himself with Jesus. Foreigners commented on him looking like an Indian Jesus, as in his appearance resembling traditional depictions of Jesus. Why is everyone offended by everything these days? This is why SNL will never be funny ever again. P.S. And if Rishi were making such a ridiculous claim, Jesus would forgive him and get on with his life's work.
Sure.
Yeah, can't complain with that.
All facts.
So can't really say any bad. I'll post that when I'm done with the live. Circling back to Gwen. Gwen did another YouTube today. Sister Wives Gwen, Christine and Kody's daughter, saying that she was actually being nicer to Mary. She was saying that Mary made really good Rice Krispies treats. All right. And
the correct amount of Rice Krispies to fluff is the key.
What else did she say? That Kody Brown, watched right-wing like YouTube videos often, and that she thinks he's like in QAnon. She believes that he is.
That wouldn't surprise me.
And that's that. Yeah. And that's it. I'm sorry, my mind is elsewhere. Hi, Addie.
Addie, you're gonna have to teach a girl how to get on StreamYard from her laptop and not from her phone.
I will. Sorry, I'll teach you right now. Okay, open up your laptop.
Okay, I'm right there.
Okay, so click on the link. You want me to drop it in the chat here?
Yes. If you drop it here, then I don't have a problem. It's just when you send me the come on early and join that I'm too stupid to figure out.
All right, paste. All right, I put the link in the chat.
Here we go.
All right, you're gonna have to close. Yeah, it's probably gonna get like reverb. Okay, now shut your phone off. Okay, now shut your phone off. There we go.
Hold on.
Now shut your phone off. There we go.
I'm working on it.
Hold on. Shut your phone off. There we go.
I'm working on it. Give me 1 sec.
Hold on. Shut your phone off. There we go.
I'm for the matter. Give me 1 sec. Turn off phone.
Are you sure? You know what? I'm just going to drop you on this one.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, there we go. All right. See, now look.
Okay.
All right, then I'll just send you on this one. You gotta close your YouTube. Oh, there we go. All right. See, now look.
Is that better?
Yeah. Can I hear myself?
Awesome.
Okay. Okay, so now we're sorry if I didn't know it was just that. All right, so I'll send you the link a different way. That way you can hit me on do it that way. I did a Q&A. I don't even know if anybody has any questions. Let's see. All right, let's see. See all. Oh, good. There's not that many. Well, I did like Q&A like a few weeks ago, and there was like 8 million questions. So that's why I usually don't do them that often. Mrs. Mad Monster wants me to cover Extreme Sisters. I just don't have the time.
Extreme Sisters?
Is that like Tammy, like that one?
No, that's 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Oh, is Extreme Sisters like the one like where like they're dating like the same boyfriend, like that weird show?
Is it like extreme couponing where people,
No, I know. We were talking about doing MILF Manor, which I never wanted to do. And thank God we didn't have to, because no.
Yeah, I made it about 5 minutes in, and the second when they were like, "Oh, hey, your sons are going to be dating these people," I was like, "Oh no, deuces, I'm out."
Let's see, Sunnier Riley. I think that's right. What's going on with Paul? Is he going to come back and fight for his kids? Case status. He is still in Brazil. I know he's there trying to save money for the kids. I also know that he, when he comes back, he'll probably be arrested because of that like contempt charge that's waiting for him. I don't know if it's contempt of court or whatever the charge is, but the judge wasn't happy that like he didn't show up to court and drop Pierre off, so that stems back to that. I would assume that Paul would come back at some point, but I'm sure he's not really in a rush to go come here and go to jail. So
I think there's so much more to that story.
Yeah, there is probably, yeah.
Just because I'm from the same state, and I know 100% that the state doesn't just terminate your parental rights, like boom, right then, right there. No, there is a whole lot to the story that we don't see.
Yeah, and yeah. And, Paul kind of wants people to know what he wants them to know when he wants them to know. So I can't see Paul living in Brazil for the rest of his life. I'm sure he wants to come back up here and be with his kids, but he's already been in jail for the arson, and whatnot. So I don't know. I can imagine it wouldn't be easy coming here knowing that you might be carted off. So that's my answer to that. How is your friend that was critically ill down south doing? She is doing way better.
That's awesome.
Home.
Even better.
She's home and doing rehab, and it's like a miracle, honestly. So thank you. She's doing really, really well. Would love to hear more about Maria's visit, Brooke asks. And I was just thinking, me and Maria took pictures that day, and like the Payton thing kind of took over.
Right.
So I didn't even post the pictures we took that day, which I will. It was great. We had a great time together. I would rather have Maria up to talk about it. But we had, I took her down to the boardwalk, I'm like, but it's closed. It's wintertime here. So everything here is like shut. We had lunch, and then we talked, and we had a great day. It was a really, really good time. And then, obviously Payton came live with us later that night, and it was a great day. I will say a very, very good day. And what's the last one? Oh, another Paul and Karini question. So, what top do you have on John Yates? Oh, I wore my Kathy Hilton shirt today.
Who is Hunky Dory?
I wore my Kathy Hilton shirt today because Kathy was on my my IG liking posts, and I'm like, oh my God, Kathy Hilton's on my IG. So, I don't fangirl all that often, but I will for Kathy Hilton. So Kathy Hilton was like liking my posts on IG, and I'm like, in reference to that, I'm gonna wear my Kathy Hilton shirt today. So that's what I'm wearing. Who is hunky dory? I love Kathy. I hope to God that she's on this new season. Kyle had said in an interview yesterday that they still haven't spoken since the reunion. So it'll be interesting if Kathy's back in a friend role.
I mean,
I don't
the
know.
friend
I
role
want her
is,
back.
yeah, I mean, the friend role is so perfect because, I mean, of course, the pay, but
Well, she doesn't need the money either. It's Kathy fucking
right.
Hilton.
But you have all the benefits of filming with all the hassles.
Right. And like, you can kind of pick and choose. Like, you don't have to film at the house. Some housewives rather be a friend. Most want to be a full housewife because you get more and you're on all the episodes. But I think the friend role is perfect for Kathy. I would love to see her holding a diamond. Diana's gone, thank God. She lasted one season. Nobody liked her. Ren is gone, thank God. She's horrible. Oh, and if I had to see Renna walk up and down the runway in that leopard, Doc Brown, like hair get up thing again, like she's really feeling her moment. And good for her. She walked the runway. She's like, but she's really so Renna's gone.
See, I liked
Diana's
Renna,
gone. But with
I think she was getting too hard, and I'm going to use like contain, if you will.
Brandy was hinting at her, I think around New Year's, that she was getting her diamond back, which I wouldn't mind seeing Brandy back on Beverly Hills. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I'd much rather have Brandy than Diana, But now that I don't know if she got fired from Girls Trip again. I don't know how many times Brandy can get fired from Bravo. But I don't know.
And that's my only reason. Like what happened on the Ultimate Girls Trip, she shouldn't be, it's like they're condoning it. They can be fake woke or whatever they want to be, but it's ridiculous.
But so I don't know. Brandy was also just on the Traitors. So yeah, I'd much rather see Brandy. I don't know who so it's but I don't know if Brandy's gonna be back. I want Denise back.
Yeah.
Like bring Denise and Camille back. I mean, if you're gonna bring like Brandy back, bring back Camille at least. Because Camille gave it. Like Camille and Brandy are like the same people. Like they had like the same strategy. They just go about it differently. LVP would be great to have back, Barbie, but I don't know if LVP would ever.
See, I was never an LVP fan. I mean, great, wonderful.
I liked her. But I was fine with
her. I liked her, but I wasn't like, ooh, LVP. Yeah.
In a perfect world, I want Kim back. I would love to see the trio. I want to see Kim, Kyle, and Kathy all on the show together. That would be great. And I want to see like Kathy and Kim talking shit about Kyle. Could you imagine? Like that would be amazing TV. I
did hear just like in general reading, not any place specific, that Renna would like to do like a keeping up with the Kardashians type thing.
But like, who cares? Like, I don't even know how she lasted this long on Beverly Hills. And what did she ask? Like an obscene amount of money for?
Yeah, I think she wanted like $1 million an episode.
I thought she wanted $2 million. I thought is what she said. I could be wrong. It was a crazy amount of money. And like Renna is just the shit starter. What's Renna? Her Lois passed, which was sad. But what's Renna's storyline been these last? It's always her fighting with somebody else.
True.
That's how she's been. It's never really anything about her life. It's her fighting with Kim. It's her fighting with Brandy. It's her fighting with Denise. It's her fighting with Garcelle. It's her fighting. It's just that's it.
True.
So, but I would really love to have Kim back. I like. Let me see Beverly Hills. I would like, and I like Kyle because I'm loyal to my OGs. So Kyle, Kim, Kathy, Camille, and like the alliteration there is amazing.
Right. I would like to see Yolanda back.
She was so like I don't know. I think she was too tame for that show, and then she was sick, and that's why she was. She didn't continue. I do missing her fridge though. Yolanda's fridge, that was epic.
Beautiful.
Yolanda's fridge is the size of my whole house. Probably the exact same temperature right now because it's so freaking cold here. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for Beverly Hills to start. So we have Jersey on the 7th. I think OC is starting a couple of weeks after, and then we're going to have Tamara back, which is exciting. And Vicky is going to be back like on a guest role, but I think we're going to see a lot of Vicky, even if she is a guest and not a friend or a full-timer. The Legacy show has been put on pause because I think all the cast members are asking for too much money. So, and I'm not going to watch the new New York because I don't know these people. It's why it's so hard for me to get into a new franchise like Salt Lake City or like Dubai. I don't want to like have to learn these people from scratch again. I just want to, no, Legacy's on pause, like Dorinda. Both Dorinda and Legacy are on pause because they can't get it right. What were you gonna say, Wicked? What were you gonna say something? I don't feel like I cut you off. Okay.
It's okay.
Well, if they want to bring Yolanda to New York, I'd watch that. I don't even think I can't see Yolanda as a New York. I'm a New Yorker. I can't see her as a New Yorker either. She's like very free. I can't see her like walking down the streets like of New York City, like with Bethany, like with a cup of coffee, like as a New Yorker, like we gotta do this now. We gotta do this now. Like Yolanda's very laid back and so. Oh my God, Camille's psychic. Remember her? What was her name? The vape. She was vaping the whole time.
Allison Dubois.
And that's why you won, Allison Dubois. Remember that episode? She was vaping the whole time.
He's not. You're so late.
God, that was like season 2, I think. She loved that vape. Allison
Dubois.
Will
never love you the way you need to be loved.
And she hasn't been back, but I'm trying to think what else I got. And again, that good news I just got really threw me off guard.
I guess you're not going to spill any tea with us.
I cannot. I can't. I cannot. I want to. I can't.
Anymore, so just tell me. I won't tell anyone.
Can't tell. I'm surprised Kody even knows because I know he can't keep a secret. But it's exciting. It's really nice to be, doing this again. I'm grimacing right now. Oh, Addie needs. Addie needs her love.
Her Grammy.
Here he is, Addie, just for you. And that's it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
When this live started, I was thrown off, and I really could not have I can't really get my bear. I had a million things to say, and now I don't remember anything.
So for this upcoming, we are going to do Jersey and OC.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to do Sister Wives Thursday because we'll be doing Jersey on Wednesday.
Yes, it'll be the other way on Mondays. Jersey.
I haven't watched that yet. I have to watch it. I'll do that tonight or tomorrow. Jersey
on Wednesdays. The other way. Sister Wives on Monday. The other way. Jersey Wednesday. The other way on Thursday. And then Friday was to do the block party. Tomorrow night, I want to do a slumber party for all my top tier Real Housewives. Because I haven't done one of those in a bit. So that'll be tomorrow night. And and then when OC starts, we'll have that to cover. I'm not going to do Darcy and Stacey because I've never watched one episode of it and I'm too far behind to care.
I think the only thing, because I know you don't watch it, but Darcy did go see a matchmaker who basically was like, oh, look, every picture you sent us is heavily filtered.
Oh, that's funny.
Poor Darcy. And then it's like, maybe you should go a little higher in your age bracket, since every relationship that you have had, the younger guys don't work out.
I think at this point, I like Darcy. She's always been like good to me. I'm not trying to shade her or whatever, but I think that's keeping them on the air. Because Stacey's married, right? I think Darcy needs to be like the Bachelorette for life now to keep that going.
Well, I mean, even if she were to find a man, she needs to allow things to happen a little bit more organically. I mean, it's like
everything is filmed. It's not just
Mr. Wonderful. My soulmate. I love this guy. I'm going to get married tomorrow.
That's the problem. Like, there's nothing organic about it. Right. It's everything is filmed. It's on TV. Blah blah blah. And
you should watch it, Rose. It was awesome.
Maybe I'll watch it.
That was the last week's episode.
Was it the first episode this week?
The one that I'm talking about for the matchmaker, that was this past week's Darcy and Stacey. And literally, I think if you started watching it now, you're not missing that much.
Yeah, I could give it the college try, I suppose. I'll try, yeah.
I mean, it's just, them starting their whole House of 11 and,
But they've had the House of 11 forever.
Right.
I actually just talked to Larissa a few minutes ago, right before this live started, Barbie.
Hey.
I wanted to see if she wanted to come up, but she's busy tonight, but we're gonna do something soon. But she's doing better.
Is she with Eric? Not with Eric? Friends with Eric?
Friends
with benefits?
I don't ask. I would assume.
Yeah.
But I don't ask. Covering the Housewives trips. Like which ones?
I think the Ultimate Girls trips is what she's saying.
Oh, we did. We did the first one. And then we did the second one at Dorinda's, which was awful. The third one hasn't aired yet. And they just wrapped filming the fourth one.
Right. Because I love Dorinda, I do. I just think they got kind of screwed because of the whole Bluestone Manor,
Yeah, Vicky was like, weren't the other girls like just in like Turks and Caicos? Why are we at like Dorinda's house in the wintertime?
Exactly.
Like, I would be like a little pissed off too if I were like, season 2 of that.
Can't we get Bali with like the hut over the ocean?
And Dorinda
Bluestone Manor.
Dorinda with her rules in every room, like, no eating on the second floor, no shoes, no breathing. It was crazy. But Dorinda is Dorinda.
Yeah.
I may not have covered the second season, but I definitely did the first. I know I've talked about them here and there. They might not have been like specific lives about them. I might have just said them in passing on a live like right now. But yeah, this is crazy.
So you're not going to watch Jersey, either Legacy and or the.
Oh no, I'm going to watch Jersey.
Or no, I'm sorry, New York.
No, I'm not going to watch the New York because no, I don't want to. I don't like when they switch up cast. Unless like a cast member sucks. Like I'd rather like have the people on TV that I know.
Right.
But if Legacy does ever wind up airing, I'll definitely watch that.
Yeah. And what I was going to tell you earlier, I think when the friendships are outside and they are like a genuine connection, the show is successful because they're hanging out with each other outside of the camera. They're having fun. They're getting to know them. And I just think anytime you try to introduce a friend or, Diane is the prime example. Who was she friends with?
Diana was terrible. Diana reminds me of Peggy from OC. Peggy, like with Dico, that Peggy, not Peggy T.
Yeah.
Peggy Suhalian, whatever her name was. She was like the 100th housewife. She lasted one season. She was just not A fit.
Peggy Sulan or
Yeah, Sulian or Suhalian or whatever, like
something
that.
like
That
that.
Peggy.
Swahili something. Yeah.
Yeah. She was just not good, and didn't know how to. Everyone said like she was doing that show for Zico because to show like his cars and the wealth and stuff like that. She shouldn't even have been on OC. Like she should have been on Beverly Hills if she was going to do anything. But I don't know. There's always a few people that are dead weight that you want to get rid of. Like on Jersey now, there's 3 new girls. I'd get rid of Jennifer because I don't know what she does other than kiss Teresa's ass. I mean,
she reminds me of a lot of like Diane, how Diane always be like, oh, do you like my phone? It's the new iPhone 75.
Yeah.
You can't even get it on the market. Oh yeah, it was $10,000.
Elton John made it for me. It's wonderful.
Exactly. Like, yeah, do you see this? Yeah, encrusted with real diamonds. Cost $250. And it's like, I don't.
That was like Dana Wilkie. Remember Dana Wilkie? What, season 3 with her $25,000 sunglasses?
Exactly. It's like, okay.
But again, they were on Beverly Hills, so like is $25,000 sunglasses so like when you're watching Beverly Hills, you're watching it because of the money. These people.
As far as like you and I, when we're putting out $25,000, we want a basement or wheels.
I want like a whole house.
Exactly. Something.
I always thought I love Dana. I wish they would have brought her back on because she was like funny. She didn't belong. She's kind of like Gina on OC.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gina's from Long Island, and I don't even know how Gina's still on OC. I don't get it. Her and Emily.
Or Emily.
Like her and Emily, like I don't know why they're still there. Again, no shade. Like I don't know what they bring. I know a lot of people can't stand Kelly. I love Kelly on the show. She always brought it. Kelly, I mean, come on. When she was fighting with Shannon at the Quiet Lady,
that was good.
You fucking bitch. I mean, come on.
That was awesome.
Kelly just knew how to draw it out of people. And like, I like a good villain. Hello, my favorite my favorite housewives, Kenya, for Christ's sake. So I like a person who knows like what they're doing. So I enjoyed watching Kelly on the show. I'm happy they brought back Tamara. I'm happy Heather's back. Maybe Shannon will have purpose again now. Since, once they fired Vicky and Tamara, Shannon was like the uno amiga, and she had no place to go. That didn't even make sense to me.
Well, from what I see, it looks like they've mended their friendship, which is nice.
Well, they kind of had to, didn't they?
Well, I guess they still could have, did what every other housewife.
Oh, Shannon's not stupid. She probably sees Vicky and Tamara coming back, and she's like, "Oh shit, I'm outnumbered. Nobody likes me. Gina and Emily don't like me."
Yeah,
they got rid of Dr. Jen. She was horrific, and they got rid of Noelle. She was horrific. So thank God they're gone. So who is Shannon gonna have? Dubrow, who can't stand her?
Exactly. I gotta put some eye drops in.
Who the hell was Shannon gonna go to? So of course Shannon had to make good with Tamara and Vicky again.
Oh my God. Sorry, I had to put eye drops in.
I like Emily when she's drunk. Yeah. I like them both when they're drunk. I like them all when they're drunk because they're funnier. But I just I felt like they were trying to make like Emily and Gina the new like Tamara and Vicky, and it kind of like failed.
Yeah.
Addie. But that's pretty much. I don't have anything else really to say, and I'm still like a little sidetracked onto
the tea you won't spill. Yeah,
so yeah, I think we're good. I'm not going to do an after show tonight because we're going to do the slumber party tomorrow night. So, and I'm hungry and I want to eat and it's cold and I want to lay down and I'm tired.
I did have a question for you.
Shoot.
Because I've got your subscription on
let me open up the chat to everybody before I hang up.
Smash the like button.
Let me see. Go ahead, speak.
Okay, so no, sorry, I'm joking. Okay, so I've got the subscription on
Wait.
your IG on your, I guess would be considered your backup. So if we're going to
Oh.
switch it, should we be switching the IG over to the official?
Well, all right, hold on. Let me switch this to subscribers. Okay. All right, I switched that over to everybody else. I thought, like, when I got verified on my little account, I'm like, everybody move over and switch. Like a few thousand did, but 80,000 did not. And it's a big gap, you know?
Yeah.
My main account has 108 and the backup has 25. So it's a big difference. And I guess it was foolish of me to think that everybody was going to, you know, switch over
Right.
overnight. So
But I
no,
wonder why they picked the other account versus your, and the only thing I can think of, because it said John Yates official.
no, I'm pretty sure it's because I got reported so many times on the big one that IG was like, nah, I don't care. No, I don't care if you're like Pope Jump Ball. You know, whatever, you're good. No, that's my logic, because I never even applied. I applied twice on my backup account, once years ago when I first started it.
Right.
It went nowhere. And then, you know, after I got denied on my main account again, you know, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I meet all the criteria. Why won't they give it to me? And I'm like, I'm just going to apply for it on, you know, the official account. And it was like,
you know what I think what did it? Your Peyton interview.
Oh, that helped. That certainly helped.
I mean, just the sheer volume of mentions and John Yates, and because the mentions didn't say like John Yates 327, it was John Yates.
Oh no. Peyton definitely put me over the top with it.
I'm still floored with that interview.
I still can't believe that happened. I know that Kate Casey actually interviewed Christine on her podcast. I don't know if anybody listens to Kate Casey, but she had Christine on, I think, a couple of days ago. If you want to listen to that? Yeah, I you know, and then I looked at my notifications. I was like, we verified your account. I'm like, but it's cool. So I'm still posting pretty much everything on the big account.
Okay.
And you know, I'm trying to post on both, but
well, I mean, it has a tool on it to where you can dual post and it will automatically post for you. You don't know.
Again, I got reported a bunch of times on my main account, so they took that away from me on my main account on the big one. So I can't do like the John Yates official and John Yates 327 TV. Gotcha. That would make perfect sense. But I can't, because again, it was the Josh Cedar stuff. I was posting all that stuff about him, and he was like, report. I'm a good guy. So that's what did it.
Yeah. And
I haven't talked that creep. People are still sending me messages about him. You know, he's still in everyone's inbox, but so many people were like, please stop talking about him. You're making him more relevant than he is. And I'm like, fine. See, I listen sometimes. So I haven't talked about him, and I'm not, and he's gross and whatever. So yeah, follow the official account, please. I know I have subscriptions on both, but just subscribe to the main account for now, because I'm still doing the lives on the main account, and when like there's more people who pilgrimage over to the official account, then I'll post more there, but I'm not going to post, you know.
Gotcha.
So hopefully it kind of like levels out, but yeah, that's a big difference. You know, 108,000 compared to 25 is a big deficit. So I still kind of have to post on the main one until it kind of gets evened out.
I would love to know what the IG community thinks of your check mark, because you know people were losing their minds.
Listen, I played the long game. So it is what it is. I tried, and I have been applying every month for 6 years. And
You
it
did
was really Peyton. It was Peyton that did it. You know, that it certainly helped. Because, I mean, like, I applied for it on the small account. It was like, you're verified. So it's fine. I'll take it. Listen, that blue check looks. I wouldn't care if I had one follower with the blue check. I will keep it, and it's fine. I'm good. I waited many years for it, so I'm happy. And when I can share everything else that's going on, I'd be happy to do it. But there's like a lot of like exciting stuff happening right now, and hopefully like it will get warmer out. Because this wind and coldness is crazy. And tomorrow night we will do the slumber party. And I'm sorry if this live was kind of like choppy. It's my fault. I started off with that info I got in the beginning of it, and my mind's kind of been like elsewhere. So my apologies. Not the most cohesive live I had tonight, but was it worse than Charlie's?
not even in the same ballpark.
Oh, Charlie. So, well, Cat Lover, you should start watching it. Jersey starts on Tuesday. You have the weekend and Monday to binge it. And if you didn't, I think it's season 13. What season is it now? 12?
16?
No, it's not 16. Margaret started on 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know. It's up there. Start watching at season
13 seasons.
Yeah. Start watching season 8 if you don't want to start from the beginning, because from season 8, it's been all the same girls that are on the show now. So it's been pretty consistent. So if you don't want to watch all 13 seasons, which you should because it's great shit, start at season 8. That's my best advice to give anybody who wants to watch Jersey in a hurry. Yeah, that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Wicked.
Of course.
Oh yeah, and a reminder: don't forget to watch episode don't forget to watch Sister Wives first season, the first 3 episodes, and the recap is now on Thursday. Because
okay, good. Okay.
Because we're switching. Sister Wives night will now be on Thursdays for now because Jersey's taking over the Wednesday slot. So yeah, watch the first 3 episodes of the first season of Sister Wives. We're going to be talking about that on Thursday. And that's all I got for everybody. So that's it.
Yeah, it's Barbie. If you have questions, just DM me.
Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody stays warm. And I will see you all tomorrow.
See you at the pajama party.
Yes.